What could make Jungkook, the youngest BTS member known for being the most open to his fans, hide something so huge during his military service? Why did no one, not even the closest army, realize this sooner? And most heartbreaking, why, when all this was revealed, were tears the first reaction from those who love him most? That day, the K-pop world suddenly fell silent. A shocking statement from an insider in the South Korean military quickly spread through social media, online communities, and Korean to international news platforms. The sentence was brief, but deeply shaking. Jungkook hid something during his military service. It didn't take long before the rumor turned into a storm. Armies around the world immediately began investigating. Weverse groups, fan bases, and international forums were flooded with questions. What did Jungkook hide? Was it something personal, a physical injury, psychological condition, or something deeper and more emotional? Was it related to Taehyung? Jimin? BTS? In a deeply emotional atmosphere, Jungkook finally revealed the truth he had tightly kept for over a year. He was undergoing intensive treatment for a health condition he had secretly endured since the start of his military training. His voice trembled as he mentioned he was suffering from a recurring old injury that affected his nervous system. But more than that, what made millions of armies cry that night was the confession that he chose not to tell anyone, not even the BTS members. "I didn't want them to worry. I wanted to complete my duty as a citizen wholeheartedly, without burdening anyone." But what made it even more emotional was the fact that during that healing period, Jungkook wrote hundreds of letters he never sent. Letters to ARMY, to Taehyung, Jimin, RM, and even to himself. In the video, he read a snippet of a letter he wrote during sleepless, painful nights. "Taehyunga, if I can't come back with my old smile, please make sure you smile for me." When reading that line, Jungkook cried. Not loudly, but quietly, slowly, like someone who had held back pain for too long. The question now runs deeper. How could something this big escape the attention of so many, including the media, Big Hit, and even BTS members themselves? Was Jungkook that good at hiding his pain? Or was there a system that kept it hidden? Fans clearly remembered how Jungkook always appeared energetic and optimistic in every public letter or update during his military service. But now, they realized something even more painful. It was a smile behind suffering. Strength masking pain. Even in his last video before this confession, Jungkook jokingly talked about how he missed Midnight Ramyeon and Taehyung's laughter in their dorm. Another fact that emerged tore hearts further. One military medical staff, who wished to remain anonymous, gave an exclusive statement that Jungkook often requested therapy sessions at night to avoid attention. Even in the freezing Korean winter, he chose extra training just to appear healthy in front of fellow soldiers and the public. SOY now. Why did Jungkook finally reveal everything? Because someone forced him to stop hurting himself. According to exclusive information received by Dispatch journalists, that person was Kim Taehyung. Yes, it was Taehyung who first suspected something during his visit to the military base a few weeks ago. He noticed Jungkook's unusual body movements, the way he slightly dragged his foot when walking, and the barely noticeable expression of pain. After that visit, Taehyung reportedly contacted the medical team and requested an official report, which revealed everything. At that moment, he pleaded with Jungkook to stop hiding his pain and finally suggested making an official statement so ARMY would no longer be blinded by appearances. In a follow-up clip released the next day, Big Hit uploaded footage of Taehyung giving an emotional statement. "If I had known sooner, maybe I could have stopped him from carrying all this alone." That sentence alone was enough to break millions of hearts. Someone known for his cheerfulness and playful jokes like Taehyung spoke that night with red eyes and a hoarse voice. He held the letter Jungkook had written, and for the first time on camera, he cried. Reactions from other BTS members were no less emotional. Jimin wrote on Weverse, "Jungkooka, why do you have to be the strongest when you're human too?" While RM posted an old photo of the two with the caption, "You're not alone." You never were. Now a new question arises. What impact does this confession have on Jungkook's military schedule? Will there be a delay? Or even an early discharge on medical grounds? Until now, the military has not made any official statement about the possibility of changes to Jungkook's status. But internal sources mention that ongoing treatment will take place at a special facility, with close monitoring by medical and psychological teams. One thing is certain: armies have moved. A petition supporting Jungkook's health and recovery has reached over 4 million signatures in just 48 hours. What has long been hidden behind Jungkook's smile has now become a large mirror for the K-pop entertainment world. Even someone as strong as Jungkook can be hurt, can be afraid, can be fragile. But his courage to speak up, though late, is a great lesson for all. The remaining question is, if all this time Jungkook could hide everything so perfectly, how many more hidden pains are there among other idols, and most heartbreaking? How much longer would Jungkook have endured all this if Taehyung hadn't come? This story is not over. But one thing is certain, from this moment, there are no more secrets between Jungkook and ARMY. However, after this news spread widely and shook the hearts of millions of fans around the world, an official clarification finally came from Big Hit Music and the South Korean military. In a written statement released the morning after the viral video and rumors about Jungkook's condition, both parties firmly denied the truth of the report. They stated that there was never any official confession video released, no hidden health problems suffered by Jungkook, and that all the rumors mentioning secret letters, special visits by Taehyung, or covert medical treatments were unfounded and entirely fabricated. Big Hit stated that Jungkook is currently in good health and carrying out his mandatory military duties as scheduled, without any medical or psychological hindrances, as previously reported. This clarification also denied the involvement of other BTS members in the so-called reveal described earlier. All the emotional narratives that circulated turned out to be mere speculation with no verifiable source. This news affirms the importance of caution when consuming information, especially those concerning an artist's health and private life. In this age of social media and rapid virality, fictional stories can easily manipulate emotions and stir public unrest, even if they lack real foundation. In conclusion, it is not true that Jungkook hid any medical condition during his military service. There was no secret confession, no hidden letters, or emotional meetings as previously portrayed. The truth must always stand on facts, not just narratives designed to evoke tears.